Hi, let's get started with a digit sum. So this is a very simple concept but very powerful while cross-checking the results or the answers of a calculation. So first we will see the process of finding digit sum, then we will see the application. So first let's be patient to find out the way we find a digit sum. It is quite easy, but I still want you should focus here, but we have a little technique there involved, and then we will see the application. I'm very much sure when you see the application of the digit sum you are going to get amazed. So let's start with a digit sum first. So here you can see there are some numbers written here on my left side, and I need to find a digit sum of the number. This is very simple. Digit sum concept is very simple. So I simply, for this number, let's say I want to find a digit sum, so what I need to do is 5 plus 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 3 I need to do. So it is like 5 plus 4 is equal to 9 plus 6 15 plus 5 20 plus 3 23. So the digit sum doesn't end here. What you need to do is, again you have to boil down to the single number. Till that time you need to keep adding. So now this will be 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So 5 is my digit sum for this number. Similarly, if you want to go for other numbers also, let's say this one, what I need to do is 4 plus 3 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1 plus 9. Simple again, apply the same concept. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7 plus 8 is equal to 15 plus 2 is equal to 17 plus 1 is equal to 18 plus 9 is equal to 27, and again 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. So here one thing you should always remember, the basic rule is here, whenever you have a 9, then you should say that the digit sum is 0, because this is a rule. You just follow it, you will see the benefit of it. Digit sum of 9 is 0. So by following this rule you will see that finding digit sum itself becomes very simple. So I will tell you in the next lecture how the finding digit sum is simpler when you say the digit sum of 9 is 0. So we will take again the example of 5 4 6 5 3. So here if you look at, last time we did this, I will do it again. 5 plus 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 3. So this is equal to 5 plus 4 is equal to 9 plus 6 15 plus 5 20 plus 3 23, and then I do a digit sum of 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So final digit sum is 5. So as we discussed in the last lecture that we should phase out 9, because we know that digit sum of 9 is 0. So here if you look at, I get 5 plus 4 is equal to 9, so I don't consider this at all. Once 9 comes, don't consider. Then 6 plus 3 is equal to also 9, don't consider. What remains? 5. So my digit sum is actually 5. So if you want to figure out a digit sum, then phase out the 9 in between. You can get to the result faster. So let's look at this guy. Let's first just add it. 9 plus 7 plus 0 plus 8. So this is 9 plus 7 is equal to 16 plus 8 is equal to 24. So digit sum is 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So what I told is, if we are using the same technique of phasing out 9, phase out 9 here. 7 plus 8 is equal to 15. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. So you get the same digit sum. So our calculation becomes faster in this way. Let's look at this number. So here if you look at, you have a 9, phase this out. You have 4 plus 3 is equal to 7 plus 2 is equal to 9, phase it out. 8 plus 1 9, phase it out. So actually your digit sum is 0.
If you manually keep adding it, you will find either 9 or some multiple of 9. If you do it manually, let's do it manually so that our doubt is cleared. So I'll do 4 plus 3 is equal to 7 plus 8 is equal to 15 plus 2 is equal to 17 plus 1 is equal to 18 plus 9 is equal to 27. See, you got a multiple of 9, so 27 you got. 7 plus 2 is equal to, you do, it also comes as 9. So in the first lecture itself we have already taken a rule that if you get a digit sum as 9, you consider the digit sum as 0. So actually the digit sum is 0. That's all. So now we are very much equipped with what is digit sum and how to get digit sum using the simple principle of phasing out 9, because it makes the process faster. I hope this is clear. You can practice this exercise again and again so that you are quite familiar with it. Then now we will see the application of it. Application is quite amazing, and this is a nature of the numbers. So we can say this is the way we say prime number, the way we say divisibility rules. So this is also what we are going to discuss, is a rule. So let's get started with that in our next lecture.